Hey everybody, welcome. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. I gotta adjust my camera, of course. I hope everyone is doing well. We're actually going live. We're gonna see how this goes. Going live over YouTube and on Twitter. And if you are here, leave some comments in the chat box or say hello if you're here live on YouTube. And man, my head's like being cut off and my chin's cut off. But we're just gonna fake it till we make it, guys. So we are here to kind of go through and talk about and kind of philosophize and speculate on when Bitcoin's going to hit 100,000, which is a historic level. It's a time where this really, the age of crypto, I think, has begun. And I think we have already seen this over the past few weeks of just a little bit of positive sentiment. We've got a lot of it, by the way, of what is actually going to be happening and how things are going to be in the future. And we're here exclusively kind of to talk about Bitcoin, but a couple of things here. One, if you are here, do me a favor. If you're not a subscriber already, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell, guys. I say this all the time in my videos. It really is a small click for you, but it really is a big deal for me. And I'm going to be doing a lot more content, a lot more live streams, just a lot more stuff, right, for you guys, because I'm here for you. That's what it's about. To hopefully educate and entertain, even though I probably suck as an entertainer. But, we'll just do the best we possibly can, have fun in the process, and have this be a dialogue between us, between retail investors, you and I. I'm sure most of us don't have millions of dollars to throw into Bitcoin or other crypto projects. So we're just going to have some fun, talk about it, speculate. We're going to pop up the chart here in a minute and just go through a couple of things. But again, if you're here, say hi, let me know that you're here. And what I want to do first off is let's take a look, actually, because I don't want this to be boring, at what's going on over here. Holy smoke, that's pretty big. Let's decrease this a little bit. Holy crap. There we go. That's better. So I love this website. It's Crypto Bubbles. It really gives a good idea of how the markets are going. And it's really interesting because we're seeing a lot of red, seeing just not that much green, I guess, but it's really kind of deceiving. I like this website because, again, it just gives you a visual image. And this is the day kind of outlook or snapshot, if you will, of how things are going. You can go to the hour. Let's click on the hour and see what's happening. Let's go over here and see hour. It's giving us this. Let's go for the past week. Showing us month. Wow. Now, a lot of this, of course, is, as we know this already, guys, is due to the fact of President or soon-to-be President Trump getting reelected and taking office for a second and last term as President of the United States. And a lot of other things have happened since then, too, which basically is also, like we just found out, Gary Gensler is going to be retiring leaving, quitting, resigning, whatever you want to look at it. He's going to be leaving. And he would have been, let's face it, he would have been ousted anyway. He would have been gone. He would have been, man, I got to, you know what? Guys, sorry. There we go. That's better. Okay, good. Now we're not looking over here at the top. But he would have been gone anyway, right? He would have been fired from his chairman role. Now, he can't be totally ousted, but he can be on the board. All right? He can't be, he can't be kicked off of it. Like, you're out of here, get out of here, go find another job, you bum. But he wouldn't be the chairman of the SEC. So, but he's resigning from it's official from what we saw yesterday and also today. Another board member, another on the commission has also said that they're going to be leaving and resigning. So that's a huge deal, and we've been seeing it all over the place. Cryptos like Cardano. Let's see here. I'm going to let's put this back on here, guys, so you can see me. Let's take a look now. Cardano is interesting because we know Charles Hoskinson is going to be going to Washington. Let's see here. There we go. Click on Cardano. Let's hit this. And we're kind of seeing where this is right now. We're at 97 cents. This is insane. This is crazy. When I bought in, and you could see in the week, look at this, 45% on the week. 22%, I'm looking at my other screen, 22% on the day. and up 0.78% in the past hour. In the past year, we've been up 157%. I remember when I bought into Cardano back in 2020, 21. My last purchase of Cardano was like $1.19, and we've seen how low it's gotten all the way down. Like, look at this. I mean, just insanely low levels at 33 cents. If we go back that far and even lower, huge, massive growth. And that's partially to do with Charles being put out there in the public way that, hey, come to Washington, sit on our advisory board. So that really jumped. Now, I have to tell you right now, I've been a Cardano holder for a very long time, and they have a slow and steady wins the race approach, which I've said this in one of my other videos. I really appreciate that, especially in this world where everything is about quick results. You got to have stuff done fast, and if not, then you're a crap project or whatever. In this case, I'm not buying it because they just keep on growing. Their ecosystem just keeps on building and getting better and better and better. And I think this right here, Cardano, its all-time high was $3.19 back in I want to say October, November of 2021. My opinion, not a financial advisor, by the way. I might as well get that out of the freaking way now. I'm never going to tell anyone to buy, sell, hold, right? Do your research. Do your own due diligence. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. Don't listen to anybody. Do your own homework, right? With that said, Cardano got up to $3.19. Now, in my opinion, I think this right here, where I really feel the potential growth for Cardano, you could possibly see between 6 to 10x. So depending on when you bought in, if you've been dollar cost averaging, but I see Cardano, to be honest with you, hitting $5. I see it hitting $5. That to me is where I see it going. If it goes higher, great, but they've just gotten stronger as the years have gone on. So I'm thinking about $5 per token. So just keep that in mind. Take it for a grain of salt. You can say, Scott, you're full of it, or hey man, great job. You just earned a sub, whatever works. So I just like Crypto Bubbles. Great little fun little website. It's free. You just type in Crypto Bubbles and you're good to go. So what we're going to do here in a minute is we're going to go back and we're going to check out an article that just came out this morning from like Cointelegraph. All right. And then we're going to go check out and do the live chart. And then we're going to have maybe a conversation. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinions and how I feel and all that kind of thing. So I want to go over here and I'm going to click on this first before we go there. And then we're going to go up here. All right. So I'm just going to scroll this back up. Let me make this a little bit bigger, because if your eyes are like mine, you're going to be like, damn, what the hell? I can't read anything. All right. So here's how this works. This is BT. This just came out, as I said, a couple of hours. 2 hours ago this came out. And this is on Cointelegraph. It says Bitcoin back to 90K. Traders diverge on Bitcoin price pullback odds. Okay, so this is something that we knew possibly could happen, that we're going to hit a wall. We're going to hit a wall where essentially it's either going to hit 100K and just keep on jamming, or we're going to get a level of resistance and we're not going to break through that. But let's kind of go through this report. It said BT can't speak today, folks. BTC price behavior is either hitting at a deeper pullback or RSI fueled surge beyond 100,000. Well, yeah, duh. Bitcoin markets observers conclude. So, I mean, it doesn't really take a genius to figure that out. Either people are going to be taking profits before 100K, or we're going to get some people in there and we're just going to say, screw it, let's just get this thing rocketing past 100,000. And it's going there anyway. It's just a matter of when, all right? We know this. We know that Bitcoin's going to hit 100,000 easy in the short term. So let's keep going, and I'll come back to this. Bitcoin faced a serious challenge, hitting 100,000 on November 22nd as $300 million in sell side liquidity blocked the way. Yeah, so now people are selling, all right? taking profits. And you can't blame anyone. You really can't. I mean, depending on when you bought in, you may be one of, hey, look, I'm going to take some profits. If it drops down even lower, I'll buy back in, or I'll reinvest it into Ethereum, which is going high too. It hit over 3,400, I think, yesterday. Or I'm going to go into alts. I'm going to go into the Cardanos. I'm going to go into the Solanas, which is kicking some serious ass right now. BTC price teases with rejection near 100,000. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and Trading View showed BTC price downside over taking over at the Wall Street Open. That just sounds weird. BTC fell to local lows of under 97,300 and was down around 1.2% on the day at the time of writing. Okay. Trip towards the key six-figure mark earlier ended in defeat as sellers lined up to prevent BTC's price from climbing higher. All it did was slow things down, guys. It really didn't. It's not changing anything. It's just prolonging the inevitable because BTC is going to be hitting 100K. That is a fact. All right. And in my opinion, you don't need to be a financial advisor to know that. It's just a matter of when. Let's see, Fire chart shows a massive Bitcoin sell wall compressed between the 99,300 mark to 100,000 range. Yeah, that's about right. Because I was watching it earlier this morning or later in the afternoon or evening last night. I was looking at this and I was seeing that it kept getting hit. It hit that 99.3 mark and then boom, get knocked back down to 91 or 92 or whatever it was. 98. Trading resources, material indicators confirmed in its latest post on X. This referred to liquidity on the largest blah, 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 blah. The good news is there has been a slight bit of erosion in the last few hours. The bad news is it's all nearly $300 million in liquidity. So I'm looking at this. Basically, it's just people writing, articles and stuff about it. But and it's talking about 4-hour RSA hints, a bullish comeback. I mean, it's been bullish. All right, it's Bitcoin's been bullish since day one, right? It's just we're now catching up. Now, it's interesting. I'm not going to go through the rest of that stuff, but the way I'm looking at it, and if you agree, get a thumbs up in there, post a comment in or a reply. But there was times last weekend I thought it was going to hit it. I mean, it's been teasing us for the past week and a half, and I don't know, guys. I think that this weekend, maybe over the next several hours, this thing could hit it. It really could. It has the possibility to exist if people just let it go. And then I think a couple things happen here. I think that one, it's either going to go and skyrocket, maybe up to 125K, and then we will see probably a pretty big sell-off, or it's just going to keep. At some point, people are just going to let it go, all right? Because everyone wants this to hit 100K. As far as I'm aware, I mean, obviously, if you want to take profits, I get it. But I think a lot of people want this thing to hit 100K because then that becomes, if it stays there and we're able to maintain that 100K, that becomes that level of support now. And then we go to the next tier, and then the next tier, and then the next tier. So, in my opinion, all this does with this information that we're seeing here is basically prolonging the inevitable. All right, just prolonging the inevitable. That's kind of the way I look at it. Let's see here. I don't know. I think we break 100K. I think we break 100K today or tomorrow, as this entire trend looks very strong. So I will do this. So this is just quotes. And again, this was coming out today. And I think so too. I think that either today or tomorrow we'll finally hit it. We'll finally hit this thing. Now, what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to go over in a second, and we're going to check out the live chart, and we're just going to leave that on and let that go so we can see in real time. I'm using Trading View, how that's going to look real time. But again, do me a favor, folks. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff in this channel that I'm going to be doing, and you are the reason I do these videos. You are the reason that I'm really Excited to do videos and live streams and whatever I can do. I'm on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter if you're there watching now. Leave a positive comment. Share this thing all over the place. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff over this next year, 4 years, 5 years, however long, right? And it's because of you guys. So I appreciate you guys all very much. And even if you're just checking us out, whatever, just hit a like, give me, hey, Scott, you got to shave, or dude, you got to work on your camera or whatever. Let me know that too. All right, enough of that shit. Let's go over here I'm going to click over here. So now we're going to go pretty much right over to, this is a live, as I'm in the way here. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm going to put myself over here out of the way. As you can see here, we are, we're kind of, see, I knew that, how it happened. There we go. I'm just going to slide this over. So we're over here. We're hitting the 99,228 live chart, and you can see kind of where we're going here. This is exciting. So what I get the impression is that if we're able to go beyond the 99.3 aspect of it, and let's see here. There we go. We push past this, it could really push us forward. Right? It really could put us in that spot where we're going to 100K. Now, how long that's going to take, I don't know. But you can see where we are over here now, and it's really exciting times. And I want to, get your thoughts on some things too. I mean, we're talking about Bitcoin, and that's great. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave this on. I'm going to kind of put this down here a little bit so we can see what's happening. Okay, so I'm curious, I want to find out also like what your favorite cryptos are. What cryptos are you really most bullish on coming up over this next bull run? Now, for me, this is great because Bitcoin, when it goes high, it's like they're saying the rising tide lifts all boats. As Bitcoin rises, then we're seeing for the majority of cases, Ethereum's going up. Solana has just been on a tear, right? On a tear. And as a matter of fact, I want to come back here, and I want to come back over here, and I want to take a look at see where Solana is, because I have some people that I know that are really invested in Solana, and I have some. Here, I need to move this out of the way, guys. There we go. Yeah, that's better. All right. So let's click on this. Go here. Okay. So now we can see Solana. All right. Over the month, it's over 47% up. The past week, up 20%. Now, the day it's dropped a little bit or whatever. I'm not so much worried about this. Over the year, look at that, 45%. That's amazing. And this thing is just keep going and going and going. And you can see kind of where we were, price-wise. Look at that, $175, way down here, 150. I mean, that's just nuts, And this is a project that I could see easily in the short term can hit 300. I know some estimates, people are saying, it could hit $600 or 800. We'll have to see about that. I think we need to get to 300 first. And then once we do that, I think we'll see, like we're seeing in Bitcoin, once it makes it, because it's going to be that slow push to get there. I think once it hits 300, then it moves up to the next level, and it's going to shoot past that. It's just a matter of getting beyond that, because we're really hitting these all-time highs right now. So we keep moving through that. That's going to be some good times. If you're a Solana holder, you've got to be pretty stoked. And I have some friends who are heavily invested in Solana, and they are just and they're jumping for joy. So good for you guys. So let's go back over here, and I want to go back over here to the Bitcoin chart. Man, this thing is just going crazy right now. $99,089. My goodness. It's just keeping on. And you can see through all this down here, where it's been going. Just insane. And those of you who are watching, if you are on Facebook or Facebook, see, I knew I was going to do that because I freaking hate Facebook. If you're on Twitter, put a comment. Let me know where you think it's going to go. Actually, as a matter of fact, while I'm here, I'm going to take a look and see if I have anyone commenting on that. I haven't. Let's see here. At least I hope I'm running on Twitter. Good Lord. I'm looking. It's going. Here we go. Okay. All right. We got some people watching, but not much else going on, but that's okay. So, 99. Wow, this thing is, now we're 99,000, 93. Man, the one thing about when you have like this, there's massive fluctuations in price, right? And when you have this kind of price action, this price movement goes up and down, but it can easily fly back up. And I think people are selling profits. I don't know, guys. The way I'm looking at this, I have a gut feeling this thing is going to just go by tonight or tomorrow. We'll get more of a sell-off. We're at 99,000 right now, just about $1, but that can go up $200 or $300 in one shot. So this is exciting times. You know, when we get closer to hitting that 100K, let me back up because I want to say this. I don't really, how can I put this? In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, folks, Bitcoin is out of reach now for the average retail investor. Unless you were holding earlier on, when maybe it was in the 50 or 60K, you had one Bitcoin, or if it was lower than that, fantastic. Now, to buy a Bitcoin or even a percentage of it, you have to think, what are going to be the levels of return I'm going to get if I purchase Bitcoin? If you have a 99,000 Bitcoin, and say you bought in at say 50 grand, this thing hits 100K, you made 1x. For you to make 3 or 4x, this thing's got to hit 200K, 250K, $300,000 to make a 2 or 3x gain. Whereas if you go into, and by no means, I'm not saying don't invest in it or don't dollar cost average it or don't accumulate. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you from a standpoint of X gains. I look at something as if I can get between 4 to 5 to 10x profit, I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. That's a success, right? Now, are you going to get 4, 5, or 6x on Bitcoin in the short term? I don't think so. I think that we probably will hit now I could be wrong here, guys, because we've jumped up a lot in the past 3 weeks, and we've got 4 years of pro-crypto sentiment going on and pro-crypto politicians and things. Conservatively, I'm thinking we'll probably hit about 150,000, because once we get past that 100K, we're going to see that. I think that'll be the level of support, and then I think we'll start seeing some, and maybe it'll dip below that because people would really start taking profits at that point. But I think that that's when we'll start seeing some sell-off. People will be taking some profits, and that'll be constantly. I think we'd probably hit that at 110K and then 125. 150, I think that will be an area of resistance that's going to be really challenging to break through, but I could be totally wrong. And this is being recorded for posterity. So if I am wrong, you can go back and say, Scott, you're crazy. This thing went up to 250K. You are dead wrong, buddy. And I'll be like, hey, great. My point is, I think it's also good, from my opinion, and what I'm doing is diversification of your portfolio. Have different coins in different categories. Have your AI coins. Have your memes. Have fun with that, right? Have fun with your meme projects. That's fine. Have your good solid Web3 gaming, right? Maybe grab you some Avalanche, okay? Definitely, if you can, grab some Solana. Like I said, I'm a big Cardano guy. I mean, my God, it's at 97 cents. This thing could easily go to $5. Now you're talking 5x, 6x, depending on when you bought in. If you were dollar cost averaging at 25, 35 cents, and you kept doing that, and if you're staking it on, like, say, Lace Wallet, that kind of thing, dude, you could be making like 10x. Whereas you are not going to get that if you have $300 or $400 or a couple $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. That's just my headspace, okay? And now we're down under the 99,000 mark. So we're definitely seeing some sell-off, some sell pressure going on right now. But I have a feeling once that's over, people are going to be like, all right, let's get this thing to 100K. Now, other projects are out there. There's a lot of promising projects to look at, and we'll be covering them in the future. But I do want to know, if you're watching this now or if you're watching this in the future, good. Hey, what's happening? Thanks for jumping in. What crypto projects would you like to see me cover on my videos? Okay? Because there's so many good projects out there. It's really tough to decide. If you guys, and you could put it in the chat box here, you could put it in the comments section on Twitter, because we're also running this live there as well. I want to know, what projects do you want to, would you like to see me cover? Now, the only thing is we want to make sure that they're sort of established. I don't want them to be like, oh, they came out 2 weeks ago, or, depending on what it is. You know what? I'm going to stop. No, I'm not. I'm not going to put conditions on it. So whatever you want to see, I'm not guaranteeing that I'll do it. I'll look into it, but I want ideas for videos to put out for crypto projects. I have a queue that I already have set in place, but going forward, let me know. Put it here in the chat. The Dave. Ooh. Oh man, yeah, those are on the books, man. That's it. You got it. Guano's going to become bat will be first. I have to do bat first. I've been promising everyone there that I've got to do bat. Oh, by the way, if anyone doesn't know, I'm also a Brave ambassador, and I use Brave browser exclusively. Like right here, you're seeing Brave browser, how I'm running this. But man, I'm glad to see everyone jumping in. Now we're having some fun. We're having some fun now, guys. Right now, I have some friends who have 1 or 2 Bitcoin. Man, they are jacked because they've had it for 4 or 5 years. So, they're pretty pumped up about it. And I'm sure they're taking profits. I would be, if it were me, taking some profits and put it into lower cap altcoins, right? Like your BATs, so if you don't know why we're here, if you don't know what BAT is the basic attention token, and that basically fuels the Brave browser. And as we know, Brave is a, let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna put in BAT. Let's take a look. Now I'm not sure how this is going. Basic attention token. So here we are. Ooh, look at this guy. Okay, nice. So here we go. Wow, holy shit, look at that. Doge, 665% during the month. So, and this is a month view, guys. So that basic attention token is up past month almost 30%. The past week, 17%. On the day, 3.5%. And this is all, moving up because, again, like I said, how everything works is you have money flows into Bitcoin, right? Then money flows into Ethereum, and then your alts, and then your memes and everything else. So when we have this happening and this is all going on, this is exciting because, again, that rising tide lifts all boats. And unless you are really, unless the project is not really that good, you're going to see gains, right? You just are. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And if you haven't seen gains yet, hang tight, be patient, right? Because you might. your project might see some gains. So if you're in the red right now, take a deep breath, relax, don't stress about it, okay? There is time. You got plenty of time. We haven't even started the bull run yet, guys. Do you realize that? Do you guys understand that? I hope so, because I'm in here going like, holy crap. I'm trying not to curse because I want this to be a family-friendly show, right? But we haven't even started yet. We haven't even started, and look where we are right now. Now, Dogecoin, this guy over here, let me go back. This we all know. This is Elon Musk. This is him, let's do this. Let's just do this, screw it. All right, click on here. All right, so now we're seeing in the month 193%. In the past week, 12.4%. In the day, 6.6%. This has gone up 440% in the past year, folks. Now, I must admit, and I'm going to be honest with you, that I was always like would never invest in Doge. And the reason that I was thinking that is because, look, every time Elon Musk came out and said something, remember that Saturday Night Live thing he did? It actually dropped the price significantly when he came out and did that. So I wouldn't want to be in a project where one person dictates the fate of the rest of that project. That's why I've stayed away from it. And I'm still not a fan of it, but I see how people could get involved. That's just me. That's just my own opinion, folks. Right? But if you have Doge and you've been holding it for a while, you've had this thing sitting in your wallet, man, and you've had it for a while, you've had it for a year, you are flipping happy right now. You gotta be. You gotta be. Now I'm gonna go back here. If we go over here, let's just click. I want to click out of this real quick. Yeah, of course. Let's do this one more time. Let's do this. All right. So now we are. What is that? Let's go back here. All right. So now we're here. We're on Cardano right now. Okay. The past month, did I do this one already? I may have said this already. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to do it again just because. 177% in a month. We've seen more movement and more positive price action actually in the past month than we have in years, right? In years. So this just gives you some context. Let's see. What's the Dave saying? Yeah. You know what? I have to be honest with you guys. I'm happy for any project that's making it. If you're a good project, you're a quality project, I want you to succeed. There's room now for everybody. There's room in this crypto space for every single project, right? As long as you're not trying to rip people off or, make up stuff. If you are a good project, I want you to win. You should. If you're helping people and you are, doing your best and you have something that people have something to offer, then I want you to succeed. You should. And I want to say this too, and this may come off as however you want to look at it, but I'm going to come up with something. I'm going to say something here that may be controversial, but I'm going to do it anyway. The whole concept about hodling, holding on for dear life, come hell or high water, I'm not taking profits. I'm going to ride or die kind of thing. Honestly, you're killing yourselves, because if you're in a position to take some profits, and I learned this the hard way, then do it. Take those profits, use them for cash, pay off some bills, reinvest, right? This whole concept that we have, and I was talking with a buddy of mine who's heavily into crypto, And he was telling me that, that whole concept of hodling, holding on forever is, may not be the best course of action for people. Now, depending on the situation, like if you buy in early and you're holding and you see the utility and you see that they're developing and you see that they're growing and that they're increasing in value and they're increasing in capabilities, well then, yeah. But remember, let's not get this twisted. Why do we get in crypto in the first place? Yes, we may see projects that we like, we want to be involved in, but we are getting involved with crypto to make money, guys. That's it. To better ourselves and our families. So don't be afraid, if you want to take some freaking profits. Put it as cash if you need to. So when the dip comes, you have additional money you can put back in if you're really bullish on that project. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't let people I don't want to say bully you or pressure you to hold on. Fuck that. Right? I'm sorry. Fuck that. Right? They don't have to pay your mortgage. They don't have to pay your car payments. They don't have to put your kids through college. Right? That's on you. That's on us. Go with your gut. Okay? So with Bitcoin, people selling off, taking profits, I get it. Totally get it. Right? So that's it. Don't be afraid to do that. Now, do I say take yourself, completely liquidate your entire position if it's a good solid project and you see it's going to go up? Well, then that may be a little bit different. The only way you would want to do that, perhaps, not a financial advisor, is if you see like things are just, they're not going anywhere. They're backsliding. And you feel with your research and you feel with your gut. Now, I know. You hear me say, don't be an emotional investor. Okay? And I mean that, right? I do. But you have to think of your intuition. What is your gut telling you right now? If your gut is telling you, hey, I'm going to hold on, it's great. Do it. That's fine. But if you are like, man, I think I should sell, but I don't know. I think I should take some profits, but I don't want to feel pressured. I don't want to feel like I'm doing this or doing that, but my gut's telling me I should. What do I do? But you got to do what's right for you. Look at your family. Look at them. Look at them. Okay? If you're able to get out and make some profits and reinvest it, be grateful. Right? Because let's be honest, it's really on you. It's really on us. If we hold, no one really else can do that for you. If we're allowing people to determine what we do, and again, I learned this the hard way, right? A lot of the lessons we learn, it's a good thing. And don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to trust your gut. Don't be afraid to research and ask critical questions. Ask those questions where you need an answer, right? So let's go back and take a look. All right, guys, I'm back. So let's go back and take a look at Bitcoin's chart. And if you hear my dogs barking in the background, you know. Oh, see? Look at that. We step away for a second. We come back. We're at 99,198. So this thing is this definitely goes crazy. So here's the thing, Dave. Look at that as a learning experience. Look at that as an opportunity. Look at that as a way. It's like your college, okay? Just don't make the same, we don't want to make that same mistake again, but you learn and you grow and you move forward, and it gives you more confidence, and it gives you that ability to be like, okay, now I know, when before maybe you didn't, all right? And now you do. So don't beat yourself up over it. Don't dwell in the past. Move forward. Okay? That's the only thing you can do, because if you live in the past, it's good to look back on it and you can say, hey, that was a gift, right? That experience was a gift. It gave me knowledge I didn't have before. Look at it that way and then move forward and be like, okay, well, now I know that. I'm not going to make that mistake again. And then you move on. So take a deep breath and, hey, and even if, we've all been there. Yeah. Well, it's true, man. And that's the way we got to look at it. Anytime you acquire knowledge, we want to be grateful. Sometimes that knowledge isn't the best, right? Sometimes we learn the hard way. Sometimes we learn we learn more what not to do. If you can learn what not to do again, you are really setting yourself for success. Because if you're always winning, and you don't know how to lose, or how can you ever improve? It's like if you're in competition with anyone, maybe you're martial arts or you're football or baseball or chess or whatever activity, table tennis, whatever. All right. I don't know, this is floor hockey or whatever. You need to be able to grow. You need to be around people who are better than you, to be challenged, to be pushed, and to not be complacent. And then you learn. When you're playing better players than you are, it should elevate you, regardless if you lose or not. Quick story real fast, as we're watching Bitcoin go up and down like a ping pong ball. When I was in my teenage years, I was a pretty intense chess player, and I was very good. I was a very, very good chess player and I thought, I was beating everyone. Whoever I sat down with, I was smoking them. No problem. No, piece of cake. So, until I met up with this junior master in chess, and his name was Ronnie. I remember his first name. I was probably 16 or 17, and I sat down with him, and he beat the brakes off me. It felt like I wasn't even on the board. If I played slow, his movements were boom. And it looked like he was bored, and he was crushing me. We played like 5 games, and I never stood a chance. I never saw it coming. Every time he beat me, it humbled me. And so that really kind of like got me back on planet Earth with my feet again. And it calmed my arrogance down, because I thought, I can smoke you. I'm thinking, you're thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead. I'm already 5 or 6 ahead of you. I've already beat you and you don't even know it yet. Of course, I'm being humble on the outside and I'm smiling. I'm being respectful. Inside, I got you. You're toast. But after losing like that, it made me reevaluate and say, wait a minute. Okay, first off, calm yourself down, youngster, because I was like 16. All right, you're not all that. So that was it humbled me, and it checked my ego at the door. And here's the thing. No one in crypto knows it all. No one. No one in life knows everything, knows it all. We learn as we go. We learn through life's experiences. So as we're going through those failures, if you will, and you're struggling and you're learning what not to do, it's like with any invention that's ever been made. You know how many times they have failed, inventors have failed more than they've ever succeeded. Why? Because they're learning what not to do. The light bulb, you name it. I mean, anything, any kind of technological advance, learning, airplanes, whatever. So whatever that is, you learn what not to do through trial and error, and then you learn and you grow, and then you make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes. It's like this. It's like the adage. Well, at first you don't succeed. At first you don't succeed. Parachuting or whatever, jumping out of an airplane is not for you, right? So with a parachute on, right? So then you only got one shot. You better make it good, right? But with crypto, when you learn from your failures, it makes those successes even sweeter. So that's a little bit of philosophical mumbo jumbo from me, guys. So we're back over here, Bitcoin is really stuck over here at this 99,180 mark. But who knows? For a minute, I thought it was going to go there last night. I thought Bitcoin was going to hit 99,000 or 100,000 last night, but it didn't. So I want to come on and do this live stream with everyone to give a little bit of context, to show kind of where we are right here, right now, and also for a historical record. But keep your eyes peeled. Just a couple of things before I sign off. Make sure that you are researching your projects properly. I've got videos of how to do that on this channel. Please subscribe to the channel and share this channel with family and friends, because it's the goal here with the Crypto Dojo is to educate on how to do things, or what may be a safe approach, or protecting your security, protecting your wallets, having that mindset, right? Having an investor mindset, and not falling into FOMO, or not falling into FUD, or not basing your investment decisions on emotion or hearsay from other people. You're doing your homework, because with crypto, it falls on us, right? It falls on us to decide. No other person is responsible for another person's investment decisions. Make your own decisions. Yes, you can listen to people and you can watch videos, and at least, like for me, if I'm watching certain videos, it may turn me on to a project that I'm not familiar with. I'm like, right? Sui. Okay, let me check that out. Right? At least it gets you through the door. Once you walk through the door, then it's up to you. Then you have to decide, do I sit down? Do I go in the kitchen, make a sandwich? Do I gotta go to the bathroom? I'm going to take a nap? What am I going to do? So look at it that way. And then this way, you're going to feel in control of your assets. You're going to feel in control of your financial future. And this is, and I've said this before, we are going to see the most growth in this next 4 years than we have in the entirety of crypto's existence since 2009, when Bitcoin was created. So we are on for a wild ride. Just remember also, before I let you guys go, stay in balance. Touch some grass. Go with family and friends. Do different things. If you sit and you look at the charts 24/7, you will drive yourself mad. If you wake up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night to take a look at your portfolio, you've become a slave to what's going on. Don't be a slave. Be a master of what you're doing. And guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Really, I really want to get this channel rocking. It's because of you I do what I do. I appreciate all of you. And in closing, I'd just like to say, have a great, fantastic day. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps.